It's all for me grog, me jolly, jolly grog. It's all for me beer and tobacco. Gonna set on me tin in the shanty with me gin. And across the western plains I must wander.
And that's the kind of beat and the kind of ballad that you'll be hearing in this Folksong Festival from Adelaide. The music, which has been dug up by the members of the Folklore Society and performed by very talented young people. And to talk about it, Len Cowan. Len, that's a pretty good and irresistible sound. Is that the kind of sound you're looking for, or do you look for much wider ranges of sounds?
It's the kind of sound that has been found. We look for every sound that we can possibly find. It's typical of the fairly strong masculine ballads that were common to the early Australian folk song, particularly because of the mining, whaling and the shipside influence.
These had their basis pretty largely in the English traditional folk song.
Oh yes, quite strongly. Australian music, folk music anyway, is heavily British derived, although there are a number of songs which have an American origin, possibly brought over by gold mining or whaling.
Mm. What about the sources of these? Are they plentiful, or do you really have to ferret them out these days?
Oh, these days, with plastic and soft drinks taking over, I think it's very hard. It makes things quite difficult.
What about the ages of some of these songs? Are some, in fact, centuries old, or are they still comparatively recent?
I heard at a folk song concert recently a song called Aram Sasa that was 2,500 years old. And it's a beautiful song, lovely lyric, beautiful words. Pity it's in Hebrew, but once you learn the meaning of the words, you can understand it.
Right.
Beautiful song.
And do you feel that this music, no matter what language it's in, is an expression which will interest people all over the place?
Yes, partially because of the validity of folk music as an art form, and also, of course, because of its means as direct communication. It is folk music, you understand. It is not music aimed at teenagers or people with warts or any other particular part of the community. You know?
Yes, it's music which had its beginnings in a desire for an expression of people.
Certainly, certainly.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are to have one of these English-type traditional folk songs in Lord Randall, and to sing it for us, Sonia Bennett.
Oh, where have you been, Lord Randall, my son? Oh, where have you been, my handsome young man? I've been to the greenwood, mother, make my bed soon, for I'm sick at the heart and I fain would lie down. And who met you there, Lord Randall, my son? Oh, who met you there, my handsome young man? Oh, I met we, my true love, mother, make my bed soon, for I'm sick at the heart and I fain would lie down. And what did she give you, Lord Randall, my son? Oh, what did she give you, my handsome young man? Eels fried in a pan, mother, make my bed soon, for I'm sick at the heart and I fain would lie down. Oh, I fear you are poisoned, Lord Randall, my son. Oh, I fear you are poisoned, my handsome young man. Oh, yes, I am poisoned, mother, make my bed soon, for I'm sick at the heart and I fain would lie down. Oh, what of your leavings, Lord Randall, my son? Oh, what of your leavings, Lord Randall, my son? My hounds and my hawks, mother, make my bed soon, for I'm sick at the heart and I fain would lie down. What'll give to your mother, Lord Randall, my son? What'll give to your mother, my handsome young man? 420 milk I, mother, make my bed soon, for I'm sick at the heart and I fain would lie down. What'll give to your sister, Lord Randall, my son? What'll give to your sister, my handsome young man? My gold and my jewels, Mother, make my bed soon, for I'm sick at the heart, and I fain would lie down. What'll give to your true love, Lord Randall, my son? What'll give to your true love, my handsome young man? I'll give her hell and fire. Mother, make my bed soon, for I'm sick at the heart, and I fain would lie down. This next song goes back to England again, and I think it's also found in an Irish version, but this particular one is American, and this is a very up-to-date version of it too, called Finario. As we march down to Finario, as we march down to Finario, our captain fell in love with the lady like a dove, and they called her by her name, Pretty Peggy, oh. What will your mother think, Pretty Peggy, oh? What will your mother think, Pretty Peggy, oh? What will your mother think when she hears the gillies clink and the soldiers marching behind you? Oh, you shall ride in a coach, Pretty Peggy, oh. You shall ride in a coach, Pretty Peggy, oh. You shall ride in a coach with your true love by your side, as fair as any lady in the country, oh. And when I return, Pretty Peggy, oh, and when I return, Pretty Peggy, oh, and when I return, a city I will burn and destroy all the ladies in the country, oh. Come tripping down the stairs, Pretty Peggy, oh. Come tripping down the stairs, Pretty Peggy, oh. Come tripping down the stairs, combing back your yellow hair, and bid farewell to your William, oh. As we march down to Finario, as we march down to Finario, our captain fell in love with the lady like a dove, and they called her by her name, Pretty Peggy, oh.
Sonia Bennett with Lord Randall and Finario. I was interested there to hear that version of Lord Randall, and is this one of the things with folk music you're likely to find the same set of lyrics or the same ballad to a number of different tunes?
That's one of the most difficult things, is the battle between, is mine the original version, or is this the version that we all learned, or is this the version that came from England, or the version that came from Ireland? And it's kind of a matter of chasing your own tail. If you like the song, I think it's often a good idea just to leave it at that. You know?
Yes, yes. What's the relationship then between blues and folk music?
Well, this is a little bit like saying, do you prefer steak or ice cream? They're two good things, but they aren't really something that you can say there is one or there is one the other. The easiest way to say it is that there is a type of blues called folk blues, as opposed to electric blues or Hawaiian blues or whatever you like to say, or country blues. And the folk blues style generally uses unamplified instruments, possibly the inclusion of a bass for a firmer sound, or even a jug blown over the top of the jug to get the harmonic note of the interior of the jug. And there is quite a lot of folk blues in Adelaide at the moment.
Is there a tendency to seek to recreate the instruments of the earlier day?
Yes, not only to recreate the instruments, but also to recreate vocal styles of early recordings. You know, I've even heard people trying to imitate the scratchy sound of Negro voices of men who may be 40 years their senior.
Fine. Well, we have Brian Moore with us, and Brian is mounted there with guitar and a very small harmonica, and he's going to sing Devil Got My Woman.
Well, I'd rather be a devil, be my woman's man. Rather be a devil, be my woman's man. Yeah, nothing but a devil. Woman I love, woman I love, took it from my best friend. Maybe he'll get lucky, steal her back again. Devil, be my woman's man. Because nothing but a devil knows my baby's mine. Woman I love, woman I love, she does evil all the time. And I have to learn about evil just to be sure that she's on my side. I'd rather be the devil, be my woman's man. Yes, I'd rather be a devil and be my woman's man. Because nothing but a devil knows my baby's mine.
Brian Moore and Devil Got My Woman. Brian, incidentally, is no relation to me, but that was a pretty good effort of Brian's recently. setting up that endurance for folk singing. That must have required quite an effort to continue through there.
Yes, it was really hard watching him. No, he put on a very good show, and he worked very, very hard to set that record. I believe now it may well appear in the next edition of the Guinness Book of Records.
I see. Well, people do set some
Bible.
strange records, even folk singing. About this trend for the modern writers to set down folk-type ballads to music, the contemporary folk ballad.
It's a matter of writing within a set of cliches or within a set of musical strictures. I don't really know whether it's possible to write a folk song. I mean, it's possible to compose something in folk styles with accepted folk style instrumentation, and this is what a lot of contemporary material is.
Commenting on the things of today in the traditional style. Would you say Roger Miller and these people?
In a sense, Roger Miller is a folk poet. So is Paul McCartney. So is Robert Zimmerman.
Simon and Garfunkel?
Both of them.
Do you have any admiration particularly for any of these modern composers in this idiom?
I have a lot of admiration for people who put great effort into their work, and any person who composes well has to do that thing.
Is much composition being done here in this manner?
Yes, it certainly is. Not only in the accepted modern style with modern phrasing, modern chord knowledge, but also in the style of earlier years and recreated themes from the past. There are songs like Ned Kelly, which is a recent composition that's quite popular in Adelaide at the moment, using modern chord structures, modern techniques, but an age-old story, and the mixture of the two gives you a very attractive song.
You mentioned a little while ago, very briefly in passing, about recreating instruments. Tell me more about this. Is there anything like this being done in Adelaide?
There are people in Adelaide who would sell their grandmother and all the close members of their family for an old instrument. Even now in the Adelaide Hills, there are people who manufacture 16th century dulcimers. Exactly the same methods and the same types of wood as we used in the days of Queen Elizabeth.
We're to have an example of contemporary composition on the local scene from Kwambiandoli with Watching and Waiting.
I sit alone all night long, watching the time roll along, watching and waiting for the gold of the day to rise above, to rise above, to rise above and show my way. Above and show my way. The night is dark, the wind is cold, coals still glowing, but they're growing old, and I think I'll grab me that bottle of wine. It won't be long, no it won't be long, it won't be long, your she'll have gone dry. I've been a-thinking about days gone by, troubles I've seen, the way they fly. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be as I am if I hadn't come, I hadn't come, I hadn't come the way that I came. hadn't come the way I cared. It's been many a girl from time to time, in many a town, on many a line. Well, there was one that I'll never forget. I wish to God, yes, I wish to God, I wish to God that we never met. I wish to God we'd never met. Much further on, and I'll sing me a song for all men to hear. I hope one day, I hope one day, well, I hope one day to find I'm here. I hope one day they'll find I'm here. Well, I hope one day they'll find I'm here.
Wombi and Doley with their original composition, Watchin' and Waitin'. And now we leave the artists on the floor to have our producer's concept of where have all the flowers gone.
Long time ago,
camera concept of where have all the flowers gone. Now let's talk about the contemporary ballad once again, and
Let's do that.
where the folk society
Has all gone.
fits into the scene now. Tell us about this local group, or it's more than local too. It has international.
There is a current movement all around the world in both musical trends, I suppose, even in things like house decorating, towards the things of the past. And I would guess that folk music is now enjoying a sincere boom parallel to that of the commercialised folk boom of the early mid-60s. Now, the South Australian half of this sort of thing is a group of societies of young people who are trying to promote folk music, and when I use the word promote, I mean in inverted commas, because it's not that kind of promotion, but to try and get people interested in folk music, to present folk music in the manner in which it is most easily assimilable, I would say, in intimate coffee house surroundings in places like the Catacombs down in Adelaide here and various other coffee bars around town. The Folklore Society's aim is to spread a sort of gospel of folk music. It's like, I don't know, like potato straws. You eat one and you have to take more.
Is part of its role to encourage the composition, creation of new ballads?
Yes, it is. Recently, or I think last year, there was a competition as part of the Captain Cook celebrations that encouraged the composition of an original Australian ballad about the arrival of Captain Cook, which is a rather sort of corny thing to compose ballads about, but it did at least stimulate some songwriting, and there is a lot of good songwriting going on in Australia now.
Well, thank you very much, Lynn Cohen, for telling us about the society, and let's having a sample of the music, the kind that you're encouraging, and the participation of the young people here. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you.
It's playing right on time. I know your part'll go fine. Fly down to Mexico. Here I am, the only living boy in New York. I get the news I need on the weather report. I can gather all the news I need on the weather report. Hey, I got nothing to do today but smile. Da 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 da.